Of course you know more, that's why you're the manager, by user jmay82. This one popped up in my memories from about 15 years ago and was so stupid I just had to share. I was subcontracted to a hospital, providing desktop support. A ticket came in one day for a PC that wouldn't boot. No big deal. Check the machine out and it's just a dead CMOS battery. F1 to continue or swap the battery. I'd only been there about 6 weeks and didn't know where all the supplies were kept yet, so I hauled the device back to my office. While I am reaching into the case to pop the battery out, my boss walks in and starts flipping out. What are you doing? Just replacing the battery. You never do it like that. Who taught you? Hey! You never replace the battery with the machine powered off like that. You could corrupt the hard drive or worse, mess up the DNS settings. Wait, what? Did I stutter? No, you didn't stutter, but what you said was so mind-numbingly stupid I'm still trying to process it. You want me to replace the CMOs with the machine running. Did you just call me stupid? I'm sorry. I thought you already knew. No, I am not replacing the battery with the machine running. Granted, this was the same mental giant that decided that an effective way to reduce service tickets was to give all users local admin access on all machine. In a production environment, where the public could just walk up and start doing whatever they want because the systems weren't locked down. And for those that want to question it, yes, I will talk to my management like that. Always have. Still do. A braver man might have tried step 1, by user Huri acceptable 9242. The environment is a government office. We had numerous documents with clear, numbered instructions for various things. Numpty had received one such form. Ring, hello, this is Ha, how can I help you? Numpty, what's this form you've sent me? Ha, well, I'm not sure, what does it say at the top? Numpty, it says how to email a file. Ha, excellent, and what is written below that title? Numpty, step 1. Ha, and what does it say next to step 1? Numpty, it says, open Microsoft Outlook from the start menu. Ha, right, and have you tried that? Numpty, well no, of course not, I wanted you to tell me how to do this. Ha, You'd like me to talk you through it? Numpty, yes, I'd feel better with you talking me through it. Ha, okay, so do you see the button at the lower left of your screen that says, Start, with the little flying window eye looking logo next to it? Click on that. Numpty, left click or right click? Ha, that would be left click, presses mute button, takes a deep breath, God help me, unmute. Numpty, okay, I clicked it and something flashed up and went away. Ha! Dear God! Alright, I need you to just left click once. If I need you to double click, I'll say double click, okay? Dear reader, I'll let you use your imagination for what the rest of that call sounded like. The kicker here is that these people worked in an education department and were responsible for guiding the future leaders of our fine country. To get to work there, they had to have been in the system for years, using computers and writing curricula. These were not newbies. It might be good enough security for the Department of Defense, but it's not good enough for this part of government, by user Huri acceptable 9242. Edit, part 2 in comments below. I worked in a state government body that was attached to the state education department, and within our small organization was a business unit responsible for the standardized testing of high school students. The test was a closely guarded secret, to the point where the business unit office was separated by a swipe card access door. On each desk, they had 2 computers, without even a keyboard/monitor switch box. One computer was connected to the Great Unwashed, the regular network, and the other was on their own physically separated air-gap network. No connection to the outside world, because, you know, security. If these people wanted to get something off the internet onto their secret squirrel computer, they had to burn it to CD-ROM, yes, I'm that old, and then put the CD into the other computer. Before I left there, USB drives were just becoming useful, so they started using those. Obviously, this doubled the cost of refreshing desktops, so a study was commissioned to investigate a truly secure connection to the outside world. We settled on a system that we were told was the firewall of choice for the Department of Defense. Armed with our truly secure solution, IT manager approached the director and presented the solution, which would save this many thousands over the next 10 years. The director asked the question, so this is 100% guaranteed secure and unhackable? IT manager's eyes glaze over as he ponders the many ways he could answer that question, and replies with, well, I couldn't say that any system is guaranteed to be unhackable, but this system is used by our armed forces to protect our national secrets, so I'm very confident in it. Director, so you're saying there's a risk that our standardized test could be hacked and we would lose thousands of hours of work and risk the integrity of the state's standardized testing for that year? IT manager, well, yes, there is a very minute chance that this system could be hacked. Director, well, we can't take that risk. We'll keep going the way we've been doing it all along. IT manager, neutral face. After we left that meeting, I asked the IT manager, should we tell him about the multi-function printer that is connected to both networks and technically could be hacked via the dual NICs and is exponentially more unsecure than the Department of Defense solution? No, PFY, we shall not tell him about that. I'll wait for the follow-up, by user Olgormsby. Call from an unknown number, but it's local, so I answer. Olgormsby Computers. Aged voice mumbles, this is Tom. I've bought a computer and I need it put together and set up to work. How much do you charge? I tell him my hourly rate and ask, where did you get this computer? Didn't they assemble it for you? I bought it off the internet. I see, did you buy an operating system, a copy of Windows? Silence, then no, I don't think so. Well, okay, I can take care of that. Do you have a keyboard, mouse, and monitor? I've got a keyboard and a mouse. Do you have a monitor, a screen? I thought we could use the one from the old computer. Well, possibly. Do you have all the cables? Yes, I've got cables. Okay, just to make sure, you've bought a computer, all the components, but it's not put together, you need me to do that, and install an operating system, and copy your files from the old computer. Yes, how long would that take? I'm not going to short myself, so I give him a long estimate. Better to do that in case we run into incompatible components, obscure unsigned drivers, etc. So he says okay, and we make an appointment for me to visit and make it all happen. Not 1 hour later, he calls back and tells he won't need me to do it because his granddaughter can take care of it for him. My reply was a joyful good for you. Call me if there's anything else I can help with. I sure hope the granddaughter can do it, because if he calls me to fix anything, there will be no pensioner discount this time. Sometimes all you need is time, by user Lozibrunki. Simple story, but memories worth telling. A long time ago, I was an assistant at an office, employed primarily to change the printer paper and separate carbon copies. Large print jobs there. But being a computer nerd, I soon was helping with all kind of computer-based tasks and problems. One day, a desktop computer didn't start Windows, then version 3.10 the old days, just a blank dark screen. As always, the user didn't do or change anything. Other employees already tried this and that, but no error could be found. I investigated the usual stuff, the more unusual causes, hardware okay, all files okay, settings okay, so why? Then, during a test run, somebody interrupted me, delivered mail, paper type, or something like that. The computer was untouched for some minutes, and suddenly, Windows came up. Did I change or repair the problem? After some more checking, the user had changed the previous background image to a really large true color photo, and the computer had to calculate it down to the screen resolution into 256 colors, which took several minutes, and nobody granted so much time to the poor machine. Changed background, problem fixed, winky face.